May it please the court, my lord. I appear for the state together with my colleagues Mr. Singh and Mr. Deploy.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Ms. Jackson and I appear for the second accused and record the ruling initial B.
Yes.
My lord, today's hearing is a provisional hearing. The matter is postponed today for further pre-trial developments. And we put on record that, my lord, the state and the accused, both accused, have reached agreement as to the terms of the postponement. And we have provided your lordship with the draft pre-trial minutes and a draft order. And we would ask that your lordship, if the court is so disposed, grant the order, and I'll get to the details in a moment. Let me just put on record that according to the pre-trial minutes, there were some matters outstanding which were preventing the matter from going to trial. Those matters outstanding were the results of Tali's review application to set aside the poker racketeering certificate. As is indicated in the pre-trial minutes, this court handed out judgment on the 22nd of January 2021, so that issue has been resolved. My learned friends for Tali's have indicated formally that they're not taking the matter further, so that matter, as far as pre-trial is concerned, is now at an end and is no longer preventing the matter from going to trial. Furthermore, the other issue that was outstanding was the issue of the further particulars, the further and better particulars that my learned friends for Tali's accused number 2 had requested. We had said that we would provide those by today, by the 23rd of February. We did provide our answer on the 16th of February 2021. So your lordship can note that. It's not in the pre-trial minutes because it was subsequent to filing these pre-trial minutes.
So what's the date again?
The 16th of February 2021. And my learned friend has indicated that that issue is now closed, and they're also ready to go to trial. And my lord, as far as the other matter is concerned, which was an issue holding up trial, that is the issue of COVID and the consequences of COVID, the lockdowns and the travel restrictions both to and from South Africa, which affects both the representative for accused number 2, Mr. Durand, who lives in Paris, and also various witnesses who are overseas. My lord, it remains a consideration. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. None of us think that it's a reason to hold up any further the start of the trial, because if we were to wait until we had certainty, we'd never get to trial. So it's an issue which we'll deal with as it happens, and we all agree that we're now all ready for trial, and it's merely a question, if your lordship is so disposed, it's merely a question of setting the trial date. My lord, as we previously indicated, we established from the role planners at the NPA in KZN, the DPP's office, and they informed us last year already that the role in KZN was available from the 17th of May. So there's space on the roll, obviously subject to your lordship's discretion and the JP and DJP's directions. So we don't presume to prescribe to the court, but nevertheless we're all in agreement. So to cut a long story short, we're all ready for trial on the 17th of May, and as far as we're concerned and the role planners are concerned, and the DPP herself, there is space on the roll, and the matter will run for at least 2 terms. Again, it's a matter of unpredictability. We have, my lord, which doesn't appear in the pre-trial minutes, we have over 200 witnesses, some 217. There are more, 234 on the list, but it will appear that there are at least 217 that are available. So there are a number of witnesses. It will take some time, and I would ask your lordship then to issue the order that sets it down the matter for at least 2 terms.
In terms of the draft order.
My lord?
In terms of the draft order that is attached to the pre-trial minutes.
Yes, indeed. So in terms of draft, so that from the state side wraps up all the issues pre-trial, and it is quite a milestone, my lord, and I would thank my learned friends for being able to reach this milestone. And so with the consent of the court and with the stamp of approval of the court, we would ask that the draft order be issued.
Yes, thank you.
My Lord, just the final issue, we don't have accused here in court, which is of course unusual. Your Lordship will know from the pre-trial minutes that Mr. Durand cannot be here today, so I'm informed. So the state has excused him, we don't have any issues. Naturally, it's for the court to determine. Same with Mr. Zuma, accused number 1. He has asked formally us not to object and to excuse him. We have effectively done that. Naturally, the court determines the issues, but all parties have undertaken to be present at the start of the trial on the 17th of May, and without warrants of arrest being issued and held over, etc., because that is a COVID consequence that is new to this court, but nevertheless it's the way we've operated. So that deals with the presence of the accused. So it's not necessary to make any order other than that the trial starts, together with the understanding from all of us that the parties will be present. So unless there's anything further, my Lord, that wraps it up on behalf of the state.
Thank you, Mr. John. Mr. Peru?
Thank you, my Lord. We have no issue with the pre-trial and we'll confirm the agreement between the parties.
Mr. Peru?
Likewise, we confirm. Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you. Yes, having read the papers filed on record and considered the submissions of counsel for the state and the accused, the court orders as follows. 1. The matter is certified as trial ready in accordance with the Judge President's pre-trial criminal court hearings directive dated 7 November 2018. 2. The matter is postponed in absentia in respect of Mr. Zuma and the Tyler's representative to 17 May 2021 until 20 June 2021, being the end of term date for trial, and will again resume on the first day of the third term in KwaZulu-Natal, and any further dates that the Honorable Judge President, the Honorable Judge Presiding, and the Honorable Judge President may determine, subject to further clarity on the resumption of international travel under COVID-19 restrictions, which may affect witnesses and the Tyler's representative, Mr. Turan, from abroad. This order is dated and signed by the court. We are adjourned.
Cheers, Billy. Take it easy. Yeah, I sent you Barry. Isn't it? Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Okay. What time's it?
I don't know. Let's go there. How are you? Good. How are you? I may not think about it. He's very good at this. That's camera consistent.
Okay.
Chill.
Hey, Alice. Alice, come let's see.
Hey, 1 second.
How are you? Are you good? Oh, that's the first seafood that I've seen in real life. Yeah. Okay. I've never seen one. No, I said on photos and stuff. That's the first one I've seen.
But I'm telling you, it's very comfortable.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a little space there, right? Yeah, absolutely.